I am as a person off the court. They only see what I put out on social media, so getting a different.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the first episode.
This really my story. I hope everyone's just excited to just see the rise of women's basketball, and we're also just so much bigger than just basketball players. We show up every day. We are juggling all these other things off the court, and I think that's kind of a superpower of ours.
And now, Full Court Press, presented by Lily.
Trip to the Final Four on the line, the rematch, Iowa and LSU.
Watching this game, watch all our mistakes.
Flau'jae Johnson lost the hands on Martin and gets fouled by Morrow.
I probably watched this back like 30, 40 times. You just remember.
Johnson, what a steal.
Oh my God. Oh, why did I put that there? Oh.
The Hawkeyes are headed back to the Final Four. 94-87 the final as Iowa ends LSU season here tonight.
It's just like, I get the chance to do this again. Be better, play better. Feel like I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play.
Such an incredible year for women's college basketball. You better love her.
It does not get much bigger than this.
This is not a moment. We are in a movement.
What an environment, what a scene you're watching.
We're experiencing something that you can't take for granted. Women's basketball is becoming the main event.
This is the place to be.
Give me one, baby. Give me one. Give me one. Give me one. I just feel like people can't wrap their head around too much greatness.
She wants to be the first WNBA player to have a Grammy.
Champion, know that I'm in it to win it, a million for every amenity in it. I'm Superwoman. I can do it.
I'm 5'7". People like she's small and underestimate me.
Hannah Hidalgo wreaks havoc.
Hannah is
In your face.
Hidalgo after it, throws it over it to Miles.
To hear the crowd cheering for you, it's just the best feeling.
when I decided to transfer. It was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. There is a lot of hype around USC, but we're in LA. We want to be Showtime basketball.
Welcome to the first episode. To the first episode of the ESPN's Full Court Press. And the three women's basketball players for the first time that they have never been on. And that is Kiki Arifan, Flau'jae Johnson, and also my favorite number one player of all time for Notre Dame. And that is Hannah Hidalgo. And welcome to the first episode of the Full Court Press. Welcome. Now, this is in Paris, France. Now, this we'll talk about like back in November 2024. But we are just going to talk about all these women's basketball players of, you know. And this looks like it started with Kiki Arifan.
I haven't played a game since March. To like finally play basketball. First game with the new team. You know, it's my last year. So I'm super excited. The only thing that's in my mind is like how once of a lifetime this is. Like, who else gets to play their first game of their college season in Paris? What can you say in French?
Bonjour, je m'appelle Uncle Sola. Ça va?
What else?
Merci.
Bonjour. Merci.
You already said bonjour.
That's my favorite one to say is merci. Being in Paris, I love how like everyone just like walks with confidence. At least that's what it feels like to me. Just to see all the fashion everywhere. I think my sister has always been very fashionable. Me, it really wasn't until my junior year of high school. Like I used to, oh my gosh, I just grab a t-shirt and wear some pants. Like I really was like a tomboy. Like I didn't care. Oh, thank you so much. Merci.
Merci.
I just was like a little bit of a late bloomer. Yes. I was about to let you out. No, not at all. Oh, this is kind of cool. I like the color on this.
Yeah, this is like bright.
Yeah, I like the bright. Yeah, my nails, my phone case.
I think you should cop. That's
It's
cute.
giving rock star, huh?
Yeah, that's cute.
I like this. I'm now obsessed with fashion. Chic, classy, a little bougie. The first one's a little bit too tight. Yinks, come look.
I'm coming. Wait, I like it though.
It's just a little too tight, but I love the color.
I love the color
But my
too.
arms are a little too big for this one. It's cute though. It's like,
really
it stands out. It's like a statement piece. I've always been the tallest, and at times I wasn't super confident with my height. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one is swaggy. But now it's like, I want to show off my height. It's cute. It gives me like big girl. Like it's giving I'm a grown woman.
I like it too.
It's cute.
I like it.
So my full name, Okikiola, it means famous wealth. So I'm Nigerian from Yoruba, the Yoruba tribe. I'm actually half Yoruba, half Edo, but my name is a Yoruba name.
Because I'm oldest, and being the oldest, based on our culture, you're supposed to lead by example. So sometimes I feel like she has a lot on her shoulder.
Kiki has always been like, I have not just like go to school and just be okay. I have to be, at the highest level. She will stay up till late.
And also, and after this, we will be watching the second episode.
Like a personality trait. Being Nigerian brings just so much confidence. Like we have a saying that Naija no de carry last. You want to strive to be the best in everything that you do.
Iriafa is probably the best player in the country you have not heard enough of. She is spectacular tonight.
Her junior year at Stanford, I watched her and I knew she's special. The mid-range, how she attacks open spaces, the back to the basket, able to finish, facing up. I said, she reminds me of Asia Wilson.
Our forward of the year at Stanford.
I graduated from Stanford in 3 years with a degree in product design under mechanical engineering. Getting my degree was the number one thing. So once I had that, it was really like, okay, Kiki, what do you want for yourself?
First, say to yourself what you would be. We have big goals. You can say it. I want to be a champion. I want to be a Big Ten champion. I want to be a national champion. I want to win tomorrow. But then do what you have to do.
Transferring was probably the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I love Stanford. I've been here for 3 years. Why not stay one more year? But then I think there was so much opportunity coming to USC and, being back home in LA. And I'm like, I really want to win a national championship.
I always knew what a talent she was. I knew she was the best player in the portal, and I knew she could be the difference for us of becoming a national championship contender or not.
We should hear a voice on every pass. Yes, yes, yes. I'm with you. Whatever it is, hear a voice on every pass.
I'm like expected to have like a leadership role, but I'm also like, I just got here. I want to understand how things work.
She's got all the talent in the world. It's just about learning how to play with different players. And there's no better person to tag team with than Juju Watkins.
One of the incredible, bright young stars in women's college basketball.
Juju coming off of scoring the most points ever in women's college basketball as a freshman. And then Kiki joining her for this unbelievable pick and roll, inside-outside duo. LA is the place to be.
There's a lot of hype around USC. This year it's like win regular season, win Big Ten championship, win the NCAA tournament. Like it's just win. Leave everything on the court.
alternate cross. Stay focused, stay focused.
I don't like the word motivation no more. Motivation is like fleeting, because it'll be there and you'll want to do everything in the world and then it leave and you're done. I like discipline. Discipline is something that you got to be like intentional about, and it's hard to do, and you never can like make it perfect or do it perfectly, but it's just something that you chase. If I get 3 workouts in every day, then I'm good.
Eyes. Beautiful. 3 more.
But as hard as I think I'm working, I don't think I'm working hard enough. So I gotta just be more intentional, set more goals, just being disciplined in all things. I'm really ready. Like January gonna come, it's gonna be hard. February gonna be even harder, and then we're going into March. I'm ready to play in March.
So we were just looking back, like from years, you know.
This is where I could come here.
It's about
and really make
the women's basketball players, you know.
What I remember most about Flau'jae Johnson's freshman year was she was really wise beyond her years and the timeliness with which she would step up. Obviously, Angel Reese was the straw that stirred the drink, but if they needed a big rebound.
Johnson, what an offensive rebound.
If they needed a shot because they just seemingly weren't falling. Whatever it was that the team needed in that moment, Flau'jae found a way to step up, especially when they were making their...
In the national championship game, it's been like, what, last couple of years ago.
I was just so wrapped up in emotion, and it was just a beautiful moment.
Aww.
I remember her saying, "Coach, we did this my freshman year." And just tears just flowing. It'll go down as one of the greatest LSU moments.
And the score was 102-85. It was at the national championship game.
Just nothing like it. It's a different kind of adrenaline rush, and I love
The
it.
SEC versus the Big Ten challenge just can be very unreliable.
It's an elite.
You know,
and once you do
we have another episode to watch, and then we're going from there. But now last year, it was a rematch from the national championship. 94-87 was the final score. Then Iowa was on their way to the national title. For LSU Tigers, there was not even expecting a tournament loss season in the semifinal, in the Final Four. But now
Flau'jae has to be the leader. And
well, we don't know just yet. And everyone knows Angel Reese, like she used to be on our team until she got drafted to the Chicago Sky last year. But
can she be that emotional leader, but also balanced enough to guide them through a season consistently? That's not easy.
Before, I didn't have to be the person that was doing all that. Now it's like on full display of what leadership has to look like. I'm ready to give all I got, because I'm feeling like the best in the world. There's nothing like it. Anything under that championship, that's a failure.
now for South Bend, Indiana, let's listen to Hannah Hijago have to say about this.
I'd love to say welcome home, and at Relevant, we want to help everybody around us discover that Jesus is relevant. If that type of mission and vision fires you up, high five a couple of people, tell them, you look good, you look good.
My faith is my biggest thing in my life. Everything I do it for the Lord. he's the one that has blessed me with a gift.
Now listen to Hannah Hidalgo on what she had to say about her experience in South Bend, Indiana. And I think that she's probably wearing church or something like that, but I don't know. If that's the case, who knows? Who knows?
For me, being a Christian is loving my neighbor and not going out to, parties when everyone else is doing, not smoking, not drinking, reading my Bible, going to church, just trying to live a faith-filled life. But a different side of me comes out when playing the game of basketball. When I step on the court, it's like this fiery Hannah. Competition has always been within me.
This young lady can play. Confidence, Hannah Hidalgo, ACC Defensive Player of the Year.
There were times where I was like, who is this kid?
Folks, she's a freshman. Unbelievable talent.
Wow, yeah.
Hannah's freshman year, just thrown into the fire, figure it out, lead the team, and she was fearless.
Hannah is the Tasmanian Devil. Ferocious on defense. Lightning quick.
You go ahead, Hannah. You go, girl.
And I want to take the confidence away from my opponent. So I come out with a lot of aggression.
There are certain people who are just built for moments and games like this, and Hannah Hidalgo is one of them.
You know, it's funny. Like, we know that Hannah's not the tallest. I don't know if Hannah knows that.
I'm 5'7", and they're like, oh, she's small, she can't do this, she can't do that, and people underestimate me. But, it is what it is. I go out and nobody sees me coming.
Hannah's freshman year, Liv went down with an injury. Now, Olivia and Hannah playing together, something that women's basketball has never seen.
Miles. Olivia Miles. What a find. A stone cold killer.
Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles, those are some bad women at Notre Dame.
It was a lot of chatter about how is this going to work. Two alpha dogs, alpha point guards.
When you have two dominant ball handlers, it's like when you take one away, another one's here. It's going to be so hard for other teams to guard.
The way that they play alongside each other will be the most important thing. And now is the time where we'll get some answers.
Before every game, I have peppermint, and I literally inhale peppermint for like 2 minutes. But it allows me to be grounded, be present, and just be focused on the game. Happy game day!
Love you guys.
Love you.
In Paris, France, the Eiffel Tower all lit up for a terrific matchup.
USC versus Ole Miss was kind of pretty, not probably sort of a game opener, but sort of. They were in Paris, France, or France, Paris, whatever that is.
USC ranked in the top 3 for just the 3rd time in program history. The other 2 times they won national championships. Area Finn gets loose for 2. Here's Watkins. Area Finn lays it in. A Stanford transfer looking right at home with Juju Watkins.
We all salivated at what that would look like. That incredible 1-2 combo.
Juju turns the corner and lays it in.
And that lane was there for for Juju Hawkins because of the way Area Fed was pursuing the player that left the lane open.
But these things take time, and we saw that, some growing pains with their first game.
Another turnover. I mean, that is right on the ball handler. Like, it's just terrific defense. 21 turnovers now for USC. Juju gives it up. Von Olofsson trying to save it. Only to Ole Miss. Madison Scott lays it in. And Ole Miss has the lead in this fourth. What a turnaround.
Listen, side of the want to get tough for crumble.
Tied at 66. 21 seconds to go. Ole Miss trying out their first win against the top three opponent since 1996. And they don't inbound it cleanly. Off the steal, through the pin. And laid in, but a whistle. And USC will shoot free throws here. Area Fed. Got them both. USC's lead is 2. 9.6 to go.
Listen, we just gotta get a stop. We just gotta get a stop. Regular principles.
Inbound. Here's Maddie Scott. 3 seconds left. Don Williams leading as it's stripped away, and that will do it. USC hangs on for a 68-66 win in Paris.
I don't think we played the way that we wanted to at all. It was a grind. But I think in the fourth quarter, collectively as a team, we kind of just put our heads together and decided, do we want to have our first game be a loss or come out with a W?
Hello. Good to see you again, Miss Fong. See, a lot going on, I know. But it's all good. That's what we're here for. I want to run through a quick check. If there's something that just doesn't feel right, or you just call it out. Like you are fully encouraged to do that.
I'm not doing suicide.
Like we can have you jog a little bit, but we're not gonna make it.
You're not gonna do none of this is like intense.
That's the thing. She had right one and she has a game tomorrow with that. We need her to produce in. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to limit some. Yeah.
That's a lot of what I share with Dez.
I'm not just Flage's mom. I'm Flage's manager, marketing agent, whatever you want to call it. I do it all.
This is also why there's a body double and why they have to look identical.
That's a momager.
Use a fraction of it.
I'm not worried.
Nobody gonna have your back like your mom. I'm not gonna get stuck in a contract, or I'm not gonna do this or do that. So I think that's the most important thing. I know I'm gonna be safe. She trying to make sure it's 100% the best deal for me. Mama, so I'm throwing a party. I need an Airbnb.
We'll get an Airbnb, not me.
Mom, come on. We're not gonna trash it.
That's just going under my name.
We're not gonna trash it.
Flage has been telling me that she's gonna be a businesswoman and a mogul since she was a little girl. Then NIL hit, and here we are. I'm making her the money, negotiating multi-million-dollar brand deals.
Flage, sort of the embodiment of what the next generation of superstar looks like, understanding how they capitalize on potential fame outside of the sport.
See the grace.
I got bread, I can get you a piece. Keep a double, I feel like a Reese. Ain't no trouble, I'm keeping the peace. It ain't mad cause I came out the east.
She started her music career when she was 7 years old. She's released 5 EPs.
All you gotta do is run that checkup and get paid. Look.
Performed over 200 times. She's a rock star.
Best of both worlds out now, go get that.
We're building an empire brick by brick.
So we're gonna do this one.
Not right now.
She wants to be the first WNBA player to have a Grammy. And as a mother, you give them the resources to do so.
I just been feeling like people can't like wrap their head around what I do. think it's like too much greatness. So people are just like, nah, that's not possible. But it's possible, and I'm making it happen. LSU was a place where I knew I could do both, and where they embraced me doing both. Coach Smokey really took a chance on me, and I knew she was invested in it. We just both powerful women. She's passionate. I bring that passion. She bring that passion, and that enthusiasm just spills over into everything you do.
Flage just has this air about her of being ambitious, and I could only think if she's successful in both, who am I to take one or the other away from her?
What's she doing out there on the beach? Oh my God. Wow.
Busy people or like successful people know it's like hard for you. It's like kind of scary for you to want to take a break, you know? You're like, I don't want nobody to be out working me and stuff like that. But my coach Bob always say, you know, you gotta always try to get rest, a lot of rest. But I even feel guilty resting right now because I know my brothers want to play with me, so I'll probably get up in like 5 minutes and play with them.
As you can see, they're in Nassau, Bahamas. It's all about her and her, you know, and her career.
They don't want you to have anybody.
Where y'all going at? Aiden! You
Even though that's a sister, they're infatuated with her. It's like she's a superstar that they don't know because she's off to college.
Oh, who got that?
No, he got Travis Kelce hands.
No. Family is everything. Family is everything. That's just how my mama raised us. Just to always be there for one another. Basketball just took me a lot of places. Growing up, my mom being a single mother, we didn't really go on a lot of trips. So now I'm able to take my family to places like this because of basketball, and it's great.
This is the Bahamar Hoops Pink Flamingo Championship game featuring the 20th ranked NC State Wolfpack and the 7th ranked LSU Tigers.
Johnson zinging through traffic, and Johnson has her pocket picked. Johnson lost the dribble again.
Johnson just got to slow down a little bit.
Let's go, Bo! Oh, no! Gotta shake that!
I was turning the ball over, and like it just kind of just got me in my head.
Johnson out with 2 fouls right now.
She's her worst critic. She has a tendency to get down on herself, shrug her shoulders, have that sad look on her face. But part of leadership is they have to know you don't have time to do all of that.
I knew I was gonna have to be the leader this season, but I really didn't know what all that came with. Come on, energy, baby. It's like now I got all the weight on my shoulders. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. Come on. I got people over there needing my energy, so it's selfish if I disappear on them. I came in at the end and kind of went crazy. I was like, bro, if I wasn't mad, like I could have did that way earlier.
LSU with a statement win. The 7th ranked Tigers win the Bahamar Hoops Pink Flamingo Championship.
We won the game, but I didn't play my best, and it just irritates me. Like, it grinds my gears.
Stop with the pouting, Flage. You just won almost 20, okay? You got to grow up, okay? You got to grow up.
It was just irritating. It didn't go how I wanted to go. So.
Find the good when you don't think you played up to your standards. And I'll tell all of you, your best on your worst days is good enough for me.
That's why now I've been working on just like mental toughness and like
playing through whatever. You know what I'm saying? Playing through missed shots, playing through all of that. So, yeah.
Now in Los Angeles, California. Now we're just gonna to
Kiki's a relatively new college basketball star. She's always been really talented, but her first
see how
2 years at
far
CU,
we
she was a
came
role
to from. Let's see.
Of course, last year she had an unbelievable year.
Wow, we got a long way to go. Let's see.
Come in and be the All-American.
Let's see.
Be with Juju.
All right,
and
we're
help
not
get
that
us the
far
national
away.
championship.
This is the reigning National Power Forward of the Year and the reigning National Shooting Guard of the Year on the same roster. All right, we got to work on the handshake over there, ladies.
I wanted to come to USC to play with Juju. Juju recruited me to come to USC so that we can try to do something special here in LA.
I was reaching out to her as much as I could, and really throughout the process, I
It's
was just like,
now. Let's see what's what.
She was just kind of like, Kiki, I just want to win. And I was like, that's all I want as well.
When you joined USC and made a lot of noise, how close do you feel like this team is to winning the whole thing?
Yeah, I really feel it this year like I have no other.
Let's see.
Yeah, switch you. We're both open to any feedback. So she's like, oh, where do you want the pass? Where do you want this? I'm like, do you want that pass? Where do you want the roll? Where do you want the screen? It's crazy because she's a superstar, but she's so humble.
being together, I think that kind of solidifies wins because we're just such competitors.
It's my last year. So this year it's make it past C16, make it past the Elite 8, get to the Final Four, and then win the whole thing.
All right, this is the time from last year when Notre Dame was taking on USC Trojans last year. Let's see what Kiki Iron had to say. But the Irish has arrived in California. Let's listen to how the Hidalgo have to say.
We're taking it one day, every step at a time, every practice. We're building, and we're building it brick by brick. I don't want to get too high. I don't want to get too low. I'm just in this moment.
Hannah Hidalgo is my favorite #1 player of all time on the University of Notre Dame women's basketball team. And you know why? Because she's a goat and the beast. Because she's been making rainy threes and more talents than whatever she has. And her team had traveled from Notre Dame, from South Bend to California. They flew from Indiana to California.
I don't know y'all don't know me, but I've been watching y'all for a minute, and I'm hyped to see this game. I know it's a big one.
Let's do this. Can we bring it in?
Let's do it.
What do we got on 3?
Win on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Win!
This way?
It's going to be loud. It's so loud. It's going to be hostile. We are like this. We are like this today for 40 minutes. We are together. We are not. Irish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we have Snoop Dogg in the house. And this was live from the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California. Now, I know one NFL football stadium in California it was SoFi Stadium.
We know that we have the pieces that we should be dominating.
Yes, it was SoFi Stadium. Yes, this was SoFi Stadium. And that's where the college football playoff national championship game was held. It was Monday, January 9th, 2023.
Look at what you all have done, right? There is a women's basketball thing going on. We're a huge part of it. Y'all wouldn't have come here if you didn't want this. But it's about winning and putting a product on the floor that we're all proud of.
I think it's amazing to have a top 10 matchup at the beginning of the season. I think Notre Dame's going to be a great test for us. They have great plays.
It's gonna be an entire episode, and as you can possibly see, it's gonna be very, very impressive game, you know.
Just trusting each other and go out and play.
These are two of the more storied franchises in women's college basketball.
I think if anything, it's just like
Let's see. This season is
basketball right here.
all right. This was Too Much Greatness. That's what it's about. That's Too Much Greatness, episode 1. So then after this, so we'll watch the second episode, but I think we probably watch near the end of it.
Their same weight class, if you will. Spoiler alert, Hannah comes out in fuego.
Hidalgo's not afraid to attack the lane. She gets fired up by the crowd. It doesn't matter if she's home or away. Nice zip pass to Hidalgo under the rim. The vision from Miles. Boy, Notre Dame is really selling out defensively. Forces the jump ball.
I was all over the floor. My adrenaline was at an all-time high.
So as I'm telling you, we need to find out when the ACC Women's Basketball Media Days will be held, because so we have to find out when that will happen, because we're trying to have the Notre Dame women's basketball will eventually to win all games like they usually do. Can they win it all and make it to the national championship? If that's the case, and I hope we can work on it. That's all.
This USC team is still figuring it out.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
USC is going through some growing pains. Area Fed has not been effective.
The one thing I will say is there is not one person in here who should have one thought about what someone else ain't doing. Because none of us are doing what we asked us to do. None of us. So I need your mindsets right here to be figure it out together. That's what our mindset should be.
Kiki Area Fed trying to get going off balance.
A frustrating afternoon so far for Area Fed. Just a dominant performance by Notre Dame.
That game was crazy. Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles, best backcourt in the country, period.
They're kicking our ass. So we can look like they're kicking our ass and we've defeated, or we can look like we're trying to fight and become something. Do you understand?
Hannah Hidalgo has been the best player on the floor on both ends of the floor. You cannot rest when she is anywhere around the basketball. Relentless. It's the cat-like reflexes of Hannah Hidalgo.
She had added to Citron. Notre Dame remaining undefeated on the season. Final score.
And another thing, we can undefeated all season long to the tournament, to the championship, and then the NCAA tournament to the national championship for this upcoming season. Yeah.
We basically put the world on notice of how special this team can be.
I don't care about us losing, but they played like they was the number one team in the country, and they came in here and took your parts, and we laid down and let them take it. Go out there, and when people
Well, yeah, well, so.
I like to lose, but that one hurt.
Duh. Hannah Hidalgo's been everywhere.
Your relentlessness, your defensive energy, you came in ready. I knew it from the jump. Your energy was contagious for everybody.
Yup, her energy was so contagious. Oh my God, Hannah! Gee, Lewis. Go, Hannah, girl. Now back in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It was LSU versus Stanford on December 5th, 2024.
Her Tigers and about 10,000 of their friends.
What?
We are ready. It's Aguera. Another three. Stanford, and it's all Cardinal right now, up by 13.
Stanford is a multi-time champion, but Stanford is not an NCAA tournament team this year. So there are questions with LSU when they start to struggle a little bit.
Right now, LSU trying to find a way to get closer to the basket, but Stanford's just packing in the lane right now, and losing the dribble is Johnson. And right now, it's all Cardinal. LSU is undefeated. But how good are they?
I mean, they're down, but with Flau'jae, there was just no panic. There's just a confidence about her and a calmness about her that spreads to the team.
It is the ball pressure for LSU. That is the difference in this quarter. You're seeing them up on players.
And a timeout is called. Louder and louder here at the PMAC.
This year, I have to be consistent. I have to be disciplined so that I could guide a whole team.
Inside all alone. Aguera with the layup.
Well, credit Stanford. Every time out, they have come out and they have executed.
And they are starting to head to the exits here at the PMAC.
I'm telling you, in that game, I'm not sure how we made up the deficit.
5-point Stanford lead. Gilbert took 3.
Whoa.
When you're young, you feel like you have to make the biggest play. It has to be the game-winning shot in order for your team to win. That's not the case when it comes to leadership. And watching Flau'jae being able to step up defensively, that's the mentality that you have to be great.
LSU has to foul now.
Unless they get a steal right here. No timeout. Off of Barrio. Turnover. LSU ball. Williams on the turnaround. It's good. 4.3 to go. No timeouts. Aguera. Dimitri. Buscan on the buzzer.
Wow. Actually, I think we probably do remember this when we had to go to overtime. At the PMAC.
Here's Morrow. Been a quiet game offensively. Williams. She done it. It's a 3. And LSU has a lead. It's the largest lead of the night for LSU, and it comes in overtime. A comeback in Baton Rouge is complete.
I've been doing this 40 years, and that's going to
Wow. 40 years. That's a long time.
LSU undefeated at 10-0.
Undefeated is great, but who have you played? Undefeated is nice, but
I think this is going to.
with a schedule like that, I need to see them against a tougher opponent.
And now back in South Bend, Indiana. In December 2024.
Let me see Tito. Hi, Tito.
And that's Hannah's family.
What do you eating?
How was you, buddy? I'll be there for the next 3 games. Outside of that, everybody's coming. It can't be 3 in a row.
No cap. We get 3 in a row.
Utah with a monumental upset of third-ranked Notre Dame, sending the Irish to back-to-back losses here at the Cayman Islands Classic.
We gotta be hard. We gotta be mentally tougher. We can't be casual.
We didn't handle business down in Caymans. I don't really think we came, prepared to play, very laxed. And, we ended up taking 2 losses to 2 teams who were, very disciplined, very well coached. But these are still losses that we shouldn't have. I've always hated losing more than I love winning.
A win for her is like, okay, I'm supposed to do this, and she goes on. But when she loses, there's times where she don't even want to see us.
When she was in high school, they lost a game. She didn't talk for like 4 days. On the 4th day, I was really worried. She had her hood. She wouldn't take her hood off. It was insane.
My family, we are competitors. I have 3 older brothers, 1 younger brother. We compete with everything, video games and board games on the basketball court. We used to compete in who could finish their food first.
They're all very.
Yeah, I'm just can't believe this.
To a whole new level.
I heard that EA 2K
We have a half court.
are thinking about bringing an iconic college basketball game back, but if that's the case, if it comes out later or something like that,
All my brothers growing up, always had
and
with the boys,
if it's like next year or something like that, then that will be nice. So I was thinking about.
I was like, why am I with these boys? But it definitely put the chip on my shoulder. Definitely gave me that grit, that edge about me that I have now.
She always wants to be the best.
Now, the one thing that for sure.
The only way she can get better.
Let's see what's going on.
He coached me in high school. I never thought my dad was too hard on me. I always appreciated how he coached me because
let's
it
see
wasn't
what's
no,
going on right
daddy-daughter ball. Like, I'm going to push you. I'm going to be the hardest on you. I'm not going to let you get away with any mediocre play because I know who you are. I know who you could be. He really helped me have this high standard set for myself. It was frustrating to go from top 5 and then drop as low as we did. It was just like, can we compete with these top teams? I know we proved it once against USC, but was that a fluke?
Texas and Notre Dame, a top 10 matchup. Notre Dame trying to snap a
Let's see what's what.
Having 2 back-to-back losses, that was tough. That was one of my probably hardest weeks of coaching. Our back was against the wall.
Here's Miles finding Hidalgo. Her 3 is good.
There was the pressure of not wanting to have a 3rd loss.
Hidalgo dips free and lays it in.
But I always feel confident walking into the stadium because I know that Hannah's with us.
Oh, God.
Harmon has it popped away. For to shoot. Hidalgo after it. Throws it over to Miles. And Miles lays it in.
Okay, they're in the 4th inning right now. Well, let's see what something changes,
She got on the floor, and I was like, no way, she's going to throw this. And she went, whoop, right behind her head, and it worked. I was like, what the heck? This girl's crazy.
Hannah Hidalgo, more than any other player, wreaks havoc.
Hannah's different.
Olivia Miles, who used to be the go-to on our Notre Dame Fighting Irish women's basketball team. I told she transferred to TCU now. That's all. That's all I have to say.
For guards that love to steal the moment from you. They love to steal your joy.
Miles and Hidalgo live for these moments. Miles lays it in.
There's a fearlessness in their approach that makes them feel like they can slay giants.
She just plays with such an infectious.
Not yet.
I feel like I should be bringing my team to victory. I think we went out and we showed that it wasn't just a fluke.
Didn't I tell you to... It was...
Its first loss of the season.
Hannah Hidalgo, Kiki Iriafen, Flau'jae Johnson. These are women that play for legacy, that are unapologetic, that are badass hoopers. They are the rising generation. Their star power is only growing and growing. And now you can't not watch.
Wow, that was fun. That was a great full episode. Episode 2 is coming away next.